thought I had covered everything in LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. I mean, I literally made a video going over 50 plus details the week of the announcement, but I was wrong. So buckle in, Bat fans. Today we're gonna go on ahead and go on another ride, and this time we're taking a look at 20 plus brand new gameplay details, Easter eggs, and yes, even character reveals that you might have missed, just like I did in the latest showcase and gameplay that was shared. Now, of course, before we go on ahead and grapple our way into it, make sure to batarang that like button. Let's aim for 1,000 likes on today's video. All right, no more babbling. Let's dive in.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
So yes, indeed, we kick things off with some brilliant gameplay actually shared by the official PlayStation UK account. And holy moly, does it look sleek. From the cape gliding to the grapple launch to the Batmobile's smooth entrance and appearance, everything just looks and transitions so freaking beautifully. And remember, this right here is just the pre-alpha footage. That means that the final game will be that much better. Next, I gotta give a shout out to my buddy Jay Shotglass, because thanks to him, we now know that Riddler challenges are officially going to be in the game. In fact, we actually saw this really cool Batarang minigame where you need to just essentially hit the right targets within the allotted time, and then once you go ahead and complete the challenge successfully, that's when we also got an exciting confirmation of some Riddler trophies. Oh, sorry, pardon me, not trophies. Technically, they're going to be known as Riddler puzzle boxes in this game, but obviously they're pretty much serving the exact same purpose as Riddler trophies do in the Arkham games. And since we're on the topic of the Riddler, guess what? Thanks to Jay's video, we also got to actually see the Riddler, because we can see that he actually pops up after the completion of the Riddler challenge. Now, it seems like he's probably supposed to be delivering some voice lines, but there aren't any in the pre-alpha demo. Obviously, the final game will probably be a little bit more similar to kind of the Arkham-style trash talk that he used to deliver to us, so I'm kind of expecting that to be another similarity to the Arkham game. Now, of course, now that we've taken a look at the Riddler, if you are a big LEGO fan and you're eagle-eyed, you would probably pick up on the fact that the Riddler design in LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight matches the one from the brand new LEGO Arkham Asylum set, which means that we can probably safely assume that some of the other characters that appear in that Arkham Asylum set might be the versions of the villains that we will be seeing in the game as well. Like, for example, this might very well be what Poison Ivy will look like in the game as well. Next, we got an exciting confirmation for those of you that love collectibles, because guess what? We have another collectible that was revealed, and that is the Bat Token. Now, we don't have an idea as to how we're going to spend them or what type of collectibles they will actually be in terms of what they unlock, or will they be a currency or any sort of details like that. But regardless, yet another thing that we'll be collecting. And speaking of collecting, I guess this next one is not really collecting as much as it's breaking, but there are going to be some rubber ducks that need to be disassembled and brought to justice. So that will be yet another item that we're going to need to go ahead and be on the lookout for as we glide our way throughout Gotham City. This next confirmation is one of those ones where I was like, is that actually the character? But I couldn't really go on ahead and make the call. But fortunately enough, LEGO themselves, or sorry, LEGO Batman, the official account, has confirmed that the villain that we see during this little Arkham Escape section in the first official trailer is indeed the one and only Egghead. Which, yes, it's not a really iconic or a really cool villain, but it's really cool because I feel like it confirms that there are going to be some very obscure villains involved in this game as well. And since we're on the topic of smaller or lesser known Bat Rogues villains, it is important to also point out this interesting poster that I spotted in several of the Gamescom demos, because it seems to allude to one Ratcatcher as a possible character that appears. Now, of course, technically it could also be Rat King, who's a new villain character that was introduced in Batman Arkham Shadow. So I guess we'll find out which variation it will be, but I feel like this poster almost confirms that we can expect at some point in time to see an appearance from this more obscure rogue. So next, I wanted to draw your guys' attention to this spray painted wall decal that I spotted across several different gameplay showcases, and it reads, "Look out for Rex." Now, I'm not 100% certain who this is referring to. I feel like the most famous Rex character in the DC universe would be Rex Mason, better known as Metamorpho, of course, the character that just most recently appeared in that new Superman movie. So it could be a reference to Metamorpho, which is pretty cool, and just in the sense that it's world building. But additionally to that, maybe this is actually a Lego Easter egg, because maybe this is making a reference to probably the most famous criminal in the entirety of Lego City Undercover's own Rex Fury. And since we're on the topic of Lego specific Easter eggs, I don't know how I didn't spot this to begin with, but yes, it seems like all of the gas stations, or maybe at least most of the gas stations across all of Gotham City, will indeed be powered up by Octan, which of course is a very famous Lego themed oil/gasoline brand. So a really cool nod there to the Lego side of things, which I really love. I love that this game is going to be celebrating all things Batman while still also doing justice to the Lego side of the Lego Batman game. So next, I wanted to talk about the confirmation of these really cool racing challenges that are going to be called time trials that will be available in the game as well. This adds yet even another activity that we can look forward to doing when we are in the overall hub world instead of just completing the story. It's similar to, I guess, kind of a combination of the previous time trials that we have had in previous Lego games, but at the same time, it kind of has that medal system from the Arkham games, you know, where like a certain clearance time will give you a gold medal, then you get a silver medal and a bronze medal. So nice, again, combination of those two games. Next, I wanted to draw your guys' attention to this really cool poster for the Ice Princess beauty competition, which of course is another really cool Easter egg and reference to the Tim Burton Batman Returns movie, where a very similar contest took place with a bit of an unfortunate ending. Now, another detail that I only picked up on when I went to rewatch a lot of the gameplay showcase from Gamescom is the fact that Batman can actually tap into the police radio system, similarly to how he does in the Arkham games. Now, once again, I think one of the main reasons why it kind of went over my head is because in the pre-alpha footage, they don't actually have voice lines for this police radio, so we only see like subtitles and a little image of the GCPD officer appearing. But I feel like this is going to be a really fun feature in terms of like really great funny dialogue that could be coming across from that, just like in the Arkham games. And plus, it's going to be a useful tool so that you know where and at what point maybe you need to focus on certain crimes within Gotham City. So the next exciting detail that I had to share with you guys is actually revolving around Gotham Knight. No, not that game. Instead, it is the football club for Gotham itself. I found the spray painted logo of the team, and it seems to be an actual homage to the same exact logo/design from The Dark Knight Rises. And of course, if you remember that movie, if you've seen it, you remember that really iconic scene on the football field when Bane sets off the explosives and everything goes kaboom and the city goes into chaos. What if they recreate that in Lego form? That would be an absolutely spectacular scene to see recreated. Hopefully it happens. And it's really cool to see that at least there's the possibility of it happening based on the fact that the football team's logo is indeed spray painted on some of the walls. All of you Harvey Dent fans will be happy to know that we also got another couple of looks at the Harvey Dent design. First, we have this very stylized poster image, which does look pretty dang cool. Then I also did manage to notice some newspaper that just say The Dent on the actual design, or I guess the front page there. Once again, teasing that Harvey will most certainly play a crucial part in the story for this game. Next, we have a really cool detail that was actually spotted by YouTuber Ashenflash during his time with the game, I believe, at Gamescom. And he spotted that there are actually residents of Gotham City who inside of their apartment, on the walls of their apartments, have the original Lego Batman video game poster, or I guess image, hung up as a poster, which again, just a really fun Easter egg and a little bit meta. And I gotta be honest, it was this detail being spotted that then made me go back and review and realize that yes, most of the apartments, or many of the apartments within the hub world itself, have stuff in them. So the attention to detail here is absolutely astounding. It kind of reminds me almost of Marvel's Spider-Man, or Marvel's Spider-Man 2 more specifically, where as you'd crawl over and over the buildings, you'd sometimes see like details in the actual apartment where you'd see like action figures on the wall and that sort of stuff. Like, they are really going all out. I feel like this is the sort of attention to detail that is like insane to expect, especially from a Lego title. Oh, and it is not a coincidence that those details are there, because since we're on the topic of apartments, guess what? Probably one of the most exciting and weird things that I don't know how I missed from the many interviews that Jonathan Smith gave over the course of Gamescom weekend, but he also did reveal that at some point during the game, when playing as Catwoman specifically, you're going to be able to actually perform heists on these previously mentioned apartments. So I guess all of you who have dreams of cat burglaring, you have that to look forward to. And since I just mentioned the attention to detail of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, another really cool detail that they seem to be kind of borrowing from Marvel's Spider-Man 2 in Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight are wind tunnels, because if you pay attention during several of the gameplay showcases of the hub world specifically, you can see that there are these like currents of wind that you could sort of like position Batman into in order to allow you to traverse and glide faster across the city. Next, we got this snazzy first look of the Batcave, courtesy of YouTuber Rugged Eagle. And although it is just the Bat computer, we don't actually see what is surrounding it and how customizable the area around it will be. Since we obviously already have confirmation that it will be customizable, it's still really cool to see the center of operations for the Dark Knight. Next, we actually got an image confirmation of something that I have previously discussed, and that is that there is some sort of a music store inside of Gotham City that allows Batman to pick up a guitar and rock out. Well, guess what? We now have an actual photo evidence of that guitar playing from the Dark Knight. And next, we've got a rapid fire of few cool references to the wider DC universe as a whole that seems to be plastered at least all over the Tri-Corner area, which, by the way, of course, is only a small part of the entirety of Gotham that we'll get to explore. So obviously, as the full game releases, there's going to be tons more that we can discuss. But we're going to start with the shipping containers that make reference to, of course, Star Labs, which is obviously a reference to the Flash's corner of the DC universe. And I'm really curious to see if at some point during this game, especially maybe at the very end, as like a post-credit scene or something like that, they'll tease some of the other DC characters as a whole. And speaking of teasing DC characters, we see plastered all over the Tri-Corner advertisements for Q Corporation with a very ominously similarly looking character to one Oliver Queen. And this, of course, is the one, the only Green Arrow. So it seems like in this universe, he does have a thriving company that seems to spend a lot of its advertising dollars advertising in Gotham City. And finally, let's bring things back to Gotham proper instead of talking about the DC universe as a whole. We also have multiple instances of one Sionis Industries appearing across Tri-Corner as well. And this, of course, is the company that belongs to Roman Sionis, aka the Black Mask. So again, yet another Batman rogue that maybe will play some sort of a crucial factor in the story, maybe a side mission or something like that. But I do expect to run into that bad guy as well. And there you have it. 20 plus more awesome details for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. If you guys are as excited as I am for this game, let me know what your favorite detail coverage so far has been. Also, let me know what your concerns are for the game, because I'm actually working on a video for that as well. And maybe one of your comments will actually appear in that video, so make sure to take the moment to post that. Additionally to that, in an exciting turn of events, we got a confirmation that Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight will indeed be playable and available on the show floor at New York Comic Con, which of course takes place on the second week of October, which means that we might be getting an update on Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight much sooner than we all even expected, with October being right around the corner. Now, of course, like I mentioned, guys, don't forget, if you guys did enjoy today's video, smash that thumbs up button. I will hopefully catch you guys here on the next one. Y'all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.